So Jordan Poole, he's been playing out of his mind. Dubnation, very excited. And people have been asking me, what do you think? What can he be? What is this? When I watch Jordan Poole, I see Brandon Roy, a 6'5" combo guard who can do it all, a franchise player. I'm messing with y'all. Look, we can't get carried away here. No, those of you that don't know, Brandon Roy was nice. Brandon Roy was a franchise player. I'm messing with y'all. No, over on my Patreon, we've kind of had this open discussion. I proposed the question, what is Jordan Poole's comp? Right? He's kind of a unique player. The more and more we watch him, I'm having a hard time pulling a comp for him. And my guy, James, I think he came up with the best one. The best current one is possibly Tyler Hero. It's I like that, right? I think Hero is a more pure shooter, where Poole is probably a little more of a scorer, but they're around the same size. They've both got handle and wiggle, can create for others better than you think, and then they both have that real unshakable confidence. But what we're seeing from Poole, albeit a small sample size, he looks like he could be a 6th man of the year type of player. And I think everybody was waiting for the shot to come around, right? He was advertised as a shooter coming out of Michigan. But what I think some people didn't expect was his ability to create for others. A lot of people, myself included, we wanted him to get that backup point guard role out the gate. But what we're seeing is you can run the offense through him. He's extended his range. He's very comfortable shooting that deep three. He's got a float game all the way out to the free throw line. And then he's got the handle to get loose. We heard all summer about how much of a gym rat he is. He's putting in the work. The reps. But I also think that there is a Steph rub. Pause. He's got to see how the chef works and puts in his reps up close and personal for almost 2 seasons now. The devil's in the details. That certainly hasn't hurt his cause to go along with his own work ethic. I don't want to take anything away from the work he's put in, but I think there is a little bit of an organizational and a Steph Curry rub as far as just how you get in the work. But I think the big question is, why didn't he get this opportunity sooner? Some people are pointing to his success in the bubble and saying, this doesn't happen without the success to the bubble. That's bull. Look, he probably would have struggled out the gate, right? But what did Brad Wanamaker give us? I think it would have taken him, 10, 15 games to figure it out in that role. Hell, they gave Brad Wanamaker 35 games to figure it out. So obviously we'll never know, right? We'll never know. This is we're all just speaking in theory here. And you say, well, he had to get his confidence in the bubble. Look, Jordan Poole, you can say a lot of things about Jordan Poole. Lacking confidence isn't one of them. So I'm not buying the building of the confidence in the bubble thing. Poole never wavered with the confidence. As of right now, it just looks like a bit of a misstep because he could possibly be even further along at this point had he been given the opportunity early in the season. But I'll take it. Right now, I was very high on him. He's even exceeding my expectations. Very small sample size. Let's see if he can keep this thing going. The trade deadline's Thursday, y'all. So a lot of these episodes this week may be centered around the moves that happen as they happen. And we're going to hopefully get some action around the league. The other news as far as the Warriors go is that Kelly Oubre is being shopped. And then I heard, well, shopped is a strong word. But they're definitely open for business on Kelly Oubre. Here's the thing. The Warriors like basketball players. Kelly Oubre is an athlete with an elite motor, not necessarily a basketball player. Every team has a type, like the Thunder. They prefer athletes over ball players. Look at their roster. They like to try to turn athletes into ball players. The Warriors, they'd value a ball player over an athlete. Miami values high-level competitors over everything else, right? Every organization has their beliefs and principles. Now, you can't have all of one player. Every team has to balance their roster out. You got to have some athletes. You got to have some ball players. You got to have some competitors. Ideally, you have a guy with all those traits, and now you got a star. Kelly Oubre is an athlete with an elite motor. He's not really a ball player, and so he's not the Warriors type per se. I'm rooting for Oubre because it's hard not to. He's a likable dude, and he plays so hard, it's easy to root for him, right? But that being said, if they're moving him for Aaron Gordon, I'll pack his bags for him. I think the emergence of Jordan Poole, what that has done is it's going to allow the Warriors to look for another big. You know, we had heard the rumors of Oladipo, Fournier, and some of these, another ball handler, another shot creator, right? And I think Poole looks to be that guy now. And so now maybe they're looking towards an Aaron Gordon or, you know, there's not a lot of guys out there, right? So we'll see. I'm not holding my breath as far as a move being made, but I think it may have changed the focus of what the Warriors are looking for. If not for nothing, they owe it for the rest of this season to give Poole this opportunity. They've drafted him. They've developed him. We're not competing for a title. Let him do his thing and see what we have with Poole. You hear what they wanted for Oladipo? They wanted Wiseman in the pick. Daryl Morey isn't in that front office, is he? They still have the pretentious attitude of Daryl Morey over there. They wilding with that. But we'll see. The other big news over the weekend, you hate to see it. LaMelo Ball fractures his right wrist. Timetable says he's done for the year. Now, I didn't know when it happened. They kept showing a clip against the Clippers where he went down off a layup. I'm assuming that's when it happened. You know, not only is it just tough because it seems like every other night he's giving us highlights and something to talk about, right? He is probably the most exciting player in the league right now just because he's fresh. We're all kind of astonished at how well he's been playing. But you're also dealing with a fracture to his shooting wrist. That's obviously worrisome. And after I just got done saying it's going to be tough for Edwards to get that Rookie of the Year, now, boom, the window is open. The window is open, and D'Angelo Russell, Ant-Man's teammate, was very quick to let everyone know about it. For those of you that don't know, about an hour after the news was released that LaMelo was done for the season, D-Lo hops on Twitter talking about Anthony Edwards, Rookie of the Year, you know, with some silly emojis or whatever he wanted to put around it. It just reminds us how D-Lo is built. Do we have to bring up the Swaggy P incident? How about the incident at LaGuardia Airport? Just continues to show you this immaturity and lack of awareness. Read the room, D-Lo. It's funny, too, because I remember when the Warriors acquired him, everybody was optimistic about what he could be. And about 2 weeks of him being at the facilities and around the team, an anonymous player was like, nah, he ain't it. He ain't it. And now that anonymous player, I think we can all assume was Draymond Green. But it took Draymond about 10 days to realize, like, no, can't do it. This kid ain't a Warrior. They knew right away. And he continues to show his. But it's really unfortunate, not just obviously for us, the fans, we miss out on watching him on a nightly basis, but this could really cost the Charlotte Hornets a playoff berth.